Hey everyone, I have seen a couple of videos in the last day or so that had me kind of surprised, although I shouldn't be. And that is a lot of hoopla and noise and just general 2012 hysteria, pretty much. And these would be funny if people didn't believe what these people were saying was true. Or, these people are claiming they have an inside line to folks at NASA and, go here to this site and look at infrared in Leo and in Virgo, and there are things either blacked out that they don't want you to see because the brown dwarf and the blue Kachina and the red Kachina are coming, and, the world's going to end on September 25th and all this stuff. Folks, this is so bad. This is just so hysterical. It's just almost makes me want to cry, because first of all, nobody, not the Hopi, not the Mayan, not the Inca, nobody knows what's going to happen beyond the current moment. And that's a fact. Nobody knows. So when you have people like Alex from Down Under, and you have people like Keith who are making these videos, in Alex's case, the world is going to end on September 25th. And in Keith's case, it's like, oh my God, things are going to get so bad, and, New World Order, and they're going to chip people. I mean, this is just so crazy. Let me peel this apart for you a little bit. First of all, I said nobody knows what's going to happen, and that's a fact. Second of all, what these videos do, besides look silly, because remember the guy who said the world was going to end on May 21st, and, he calculated wrong, all this kind of stuff. I mean, even books like the Bible said no one knows the hour or the day. We don't even know when our last breath is going to be. And you got people out there saying they're plugged in, they know what the Illuminati is up to, and don't you start to hear this as like noise after a little while? It's like, oh my God, yeah, and it's the Hopi prophecy. Look, the Hopi, very nice folks, right? Just like most native peoples who the Europeans, came over here and we took their land and the whole deal. I don't care how pure a society that you are, you don't know everything that's going to happen. And there are a lot of things being attributed to the Hopi right now, like, we've told you that the time is at hand. Listen, this is the last hour. That quote hasn't even been authenticated. It was put together by a guy in 1999 who assembled a lot of things he heard from a lot of places, including quotes from Marianne Williamson, and this is just nuts. So the biggest danger in all this is not that the world is going to end. It is this hysteria, because basically there is some kind of increase in energy, right? Everybody says it feels like time is speeding up, they're so busy, and all this stuff. And when you don't know how to channel this energy, all of a sudden you're way out there talking about what's going to happen, and I see this, and there's a conspiracy around every corner, and they're going to put people in FEMA camps, and dudes, this is just totally, you're becoming unglued, because you're just watching all this stuff, and the one thing you're not watching is your inner landscape. The inner landscape is the only reality that you have available to you. Your body is a revelation from the Creator, from the divine. I'm telling you, you look at your fingers, there's messages here. The 5 elements, different ways to look at things, different ways to do meditation. There is so much for you to discover and to realize in your own inner landscape, that worrying about all this stuff that may or may not happen, I got to tell you, what's called when you're so concerned about something that may happen in the future? It's called fear, because you're turning your consciousness and your awareness from your inner landscape to something that is totally maybe. Things like the stock market, TARP, I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't even watch the news anymore. I want to focus on the inner landscape. So, couple of pointers, suggestions for you. When you feel like this is all too much, you need to stop. You need to unplug, get away from your computer, get away from YouTube, don't watch my videos, don't watch anybody's videos. You go out and find yourself a piece of ground in a park, in your backyard. Go out there, touch the earth. If you can, go barefoot, connect with the land, connect with the water, and just feel the environment around you. Go listen to the birds, whatever. Other thing you can do, very quick, very helpful, take your hands, your palms like this, rub them together for a few seconds, and feel the energy. That feeling of the energy is going to help center you. And that's really what all this hysteria is about, is a lack of being centered. If anything happens to your life, good, bad, whatever, what you need is to be centered. Because when you're centered, feel that energy. It feels like I'm pushing something, it feels like something's pushing back. You can really feel it. Everybody can do this, everybody can feel this. When you're centered, then you have a clear mind. Everything is oriented, the blood is flowing the right way, you're breathing in the right way. And you have a really good idea of who you are and what you're about. And when all this energy on the planet is amping up, if you're centered, then you can contain that energy and use that energy to support your longevity, to support your clear mind, and help you make good decisions and not to waste your time. If you don't have a center, least little thing that happens on the planet is going to destabilize you. You're going to be worried about this, about that. Do I need to take all my money out of the stock market? I mean, this is just nuts. This is totally nuts. And I got to say, I think there are people who are out there who definitely want attention over saying they know when the world is going to end. They're out there giving workshops. They're charging people money. It's a business to them. They are just using this opportunity, and nobody is really telling folks how to deal with this. Don't worry, September 25th, October 28th, 2012, it doesn't matter. It's not right now. All you're responsible for is your own integrity, living in the moment. Don't worry about anything else. Stop overloading yourself. This stuff can be worse than caffeine. If you're all on the NASA sites and worrying about this, and do I need to buy a piece of land in Colorado? It won't be safe in New Zealand because New Zealand won't be there. This is just nuts. This is not the way to live as a human being. So I encourage you, don't worry. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. What is important is you have to be centered. And once you're centered, whatever situation in life comes up to you, you'll know how to handle it. How do you get centered? Go into nature. Look at your body. Pay attention to your breath. Breathe in. Feel that breath going past the nostrils, up past the top of your mouth. Feel it coming back down into your lungs. Exhale. Feel what that feels like. Focus on these life processes that you have within you, and I guarantee you, you'll be calmer, you'll feel more centered, and you won't be so distracted by all this hysteria, all this noise that's going on. All right, hope this helps. I'm going to be doing some more teaching coming up this fall. I'm going to be at a Wholefoods in Raleigh on September 20th, Tuesday at 7 to 8 p.m. I'm going to have another video on that in the next couple of days. All right, everybody, just chill out. Things will be fine.